सत्संग जी प्रेम से कहना। आज यहाँ ग्लासगो शहर में सभी संत महात्मा एकत्रित हुए हैं। ये सत्संग, ये समागम करने का अवसर मिला है। सभी ने भाव श्रवण किए संतों के, जहाँ प्रभु की सिर्फ बात नहीं की गई, परमात्मा की सिर्फ बात नहीं की गई, सिर्फ जिक्र तक सीमित अपने शब्दों को नहीं रखा गया, बल्कि ये आवाज़ दी गई कि जिसका जिक्र सारी दुनिया कर रही है, जिसको सारी दुनिया पुकार रही है, जिसका नाम हम सब ले रहे हैं, इसे देखा जा सकता है, इसे पाया जा सकता है, इसे प्राप्त किया जा सकता है। Every experience that we heard, every word that was shared, whether it was a poem, whether it was a speech or a song, though it was talking about this divine, this one formless God, but it was just not limited to the words. There was a message, there was a invitation, there was this experience that every individual who spoke or shared had in common. All of them were giving the same message that God, this divine, whatever name you wish to call it by, Allah, Ram, God, this does not need to be limited to only words. This is a truth available for you and me to experience, to see. The God that you worship, the God that you praise, the Lord that you call for in your times of prayer, that God can become this God. This distance from that to this can be covered. Though it seems that we can only talk of the Lord, we can only sing hymns, there is no chance of knowing it, seeing it, but this is the exact message that the saints, sages, prophets have given the mankind from time to time, from place to place. No matter the century, no matter which part of the world, the message has always been this, that know the God you worship. Know this truth, realize this God, because you have this opportunity while you are still breathing. You have this opportunity while you are still walking this earth as a human. We often think that meeting our Creator is going to happen once we leave this life. This life ends and we will meet our Creator. But for that to happen, we need to see and know the Creator now. We need to know where we come from. We need to know who we really are. And once this realization happens, when my soul is enlightened towards its source, then I realize in that moment that all this while, the God that was far, the God that was hidden in scriptures, the God that was just limited to words, was always here, has always been here. It was just the lens of ignorance that I had to take off. And it was always there for me to see and realize. And this is what the Satguru's grace does. It takes off the lens of ignorance, gives me the vision to see this truth, to know my God, so that my worship truly becomes worship, so that my love for God truly becomes love, because there can be no love without the beloved. There can be no worship without the God. And this God can be realized, can be seen. And this human birth is a beautiful opportunity to experience everything that is on offer. Every creation that is there, everything in this material world, all that can be enjoyed by the humans, experienced by them. But these are all the byproducts. The main purpose, the main reason, the biggest blessing of this birth, of this human form, is the ability and the potential to realize and see our Creator. And this is the message that has traveled from time to time and hasn't changed. Because the truth, it doesn't change. The truth remains the truth. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjun, when Arjun is on the battlefield, trying to come to terms with the reality of his situation, the gravity of his situation, that he is fighting a war against his own family, his own kin. And he's going through a dilemma wherein he's feeling that, is it right for me to kill my own kin, my own people, my own family? And he's in that dilemma. And Lord Krishna then speaks with him, shows him the reality beyond what these eyes are seeing. Lord Krishna says that what you see from these eyes is anyway going to end, die. The ones that you are calling your loved ones, the bodies, the physical identities that you are seeing, they will end. But still something will remain. And that something never dies. It never takes birth. It never dies. It has always been there. And that Arjuna is who I really am. And in that moment, Lord Krishna reveals his true self, tells Arjun that, look at this form. I am limitless. No weapons can destroy me. No fire can burn me. No water can dissolve me. No winds can blow me away. This is who I am. And this is who you are. And this soul, this never dies. So fight this war, because who has to die will die, because I am the one who decides that. And in that moment, Arjuna realizes and sees this God on a battlefield and says that I can see you all around me like a fish in water, surrounded by water. And this is what this realization does to us. Once we are blessed with this divine vision, we realize that we have always been in this divine, in this God, living, breathing, eating, walking like that fish in water. There is no fish without that water, and there is no us without this truth. We are living in it, and this truth is residing in all of us in equal measure. It is as much in you as it is in me. It is as much in anyone that we see. Doesn't matter if we choose to believe it or not. Doesn't matter if we choose to see it or not. Lord Krishna says that I have always been and I will always be. Even after what you are seeing, these eyes, this physical world, even if this ends, when this ends, I will still be there. And when nothing was here, I was still here. Everything comes through me. This is the message in every scripture. Every saint has told us, the entire humanity, that we are no different from each other. The values of love, compassion, kindness, they are our true nature, but we have become distant from our true nature because we have become distant from our true selves. We are no more aware of who we are, and that is why love, compassion, and kindness has become something which is required to be taught, which is required to be talked of, spoken of, the importance of which is re-emphasized so much in these times, because we have come far from the realization that we all are one. We all come from one, and this one is in us all. And that is why, even though love, compassion, all these human values should be our natural instincts, should be who we really are, we have come far, far away from our true nature, because we have come far away from our true selves. It is as if humans are living unconscious to their own selves. It is as if that every night I sleep and the dream that I get in my sleep, I accept it as my reality, and I refuse to wake up because I just want to keep living in that dream. No matter how beautiful my dream is, how fascinating my dream is, the moment I wake up, I will wake up in the reality that I slept in. That dream will not become a reality. And no matter how big a nightmare I had, it will end the moment I wake up. And this is what happens when we truly wake up, when our soul wakes up from this slumber. This illusion, this material world instantly dissolves in its essence, we instantly realize that this all that I'm experiencing is actually just a very long dream. And the moment I realize that my true self is this soul meant to meet its creator, I start treating this beautiful illusion as an illusion. I start living this life knowing that who really am I? I am able to differentiate between the dream and reality. Just how we are able to differentiate between the dream that we have every night or whenever we do when we sleep. And when we wake up, we are able to tell the difference between our realities and our dreams. This is the exact experience for the soul when it realizes, is enlightened. This is what happens to us. We are able to separate the illusion from the truth. We are able to see that I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not anything that will not exist sometime in the future. I am not this matter. I have been eternal. I will be eternal. I have been the truth. I will be the truth. And this is the enlightenment that the soul receives when this God realization is revealed to us. This is the identity that I find, the enlightenment that I find. There are scriptures which equate the journey of the soul as if a soul which has taken so many births, lakhs and lakhs of life forms, and by the time the soul reaches this human form, the soul has forgotten its identity. The soul has forgotten that it is the part of this super soul, this divine, and starts believing and starts becoming one with the body that it takes. This is how the scriptures have painted this picture. And they say, imagine the plight of that soul that has been going through constant cycles of life and birth, life and birth, life and birth, and then changing forms. Birth, death, birth, death. This life cycle has been going on for that soul. And the scriptures say, imagine the plight. Imagine the plight of that soul. And this human form has been given to you to end this torture, to make it one with this one which has always been there, which is not born, which will not die, which is here today, which was there yesterday, and which will be here tomorrow. And they talk about the soul's plight to wake us up to the importance of this human birth. They say that the soul has forgotten its true self, has believed itself to be this body. Like if we wake up someday and accept our dream as our new reality, imagine what will happen to the ones that love us. And they'll say that we can't even imagine the plight that he's in because he's living a different reality. He's believing something else to be true. And that dream is my reality, so disconnected from the reality I woke up in or slept in. Similarly, when the soul starts to believe or become one with the form that it takes. The saints in the scriptures have equated it with the highest form of plight. They say this plight is unimaginable. But this human form is one opportunity for the soul to come out of this plight, to break this cycle of birth and become eternal by realizing itself. And this is what enlightenment is. This is what knowing God is. This is what realizing our own true identity is. And once this realization happens, I'm able to see this Creator pervading everywhere, residing in each and every human. Then love isn't a choice I make. Love becomes my essence because it has always been my essence. Then doing good is not a choice. I become good. That becomes my essence. Then my soul is no more journeying through this life cycle. It finds its true destination. It becomes one with this one. Like a drop finally getting to merge with the ocean. After so many cycles where sometimes it was evaporated as a pond or a drop or a bucket of water or water in a drain or in a river, but finally a drop getting to become the ocean. That is the journey that the soul gets to complete when we realize this God is everywhere, when we realize who we truly are, when we get this Brahm Gyan, this God realization, and this human form is a blessed opportunity to realize this truth. And in the end, just like to pray to Nirankari, to this formless one, that may we all make the most of this beautiful opportunity we have been blessed with. May we all realize our true selves so that our true humanness shines through, so that we create and form a world which is filled with love, respect, acceptance for all. And that is only possible if we truly realize who we are, if the foundation of that world is truth and God. Saints say with love. Amen.